Bonjour. My name is Abomination, and welcome back to the RoDL Week 12 versus the Mississippi Morpekos. I fought them in Week 3, and in Week 3 I picked up a win. He'll be looking for revenge. I'm looking to not be defeated, but at the same time I'm not being too crazy because I brought a few things that are repetitive. Not saying that they're bad though. This week is the final week. This is the final week of the regular season. I have made playoffs 100%, and I'm pretty sure I'll be facing the Maryland Litwicks in week 1 of the playoffs, which is the team that I recently got revenge on. But anyway, this is the team builder for week 12. They have Kyurem, regular Kyurem, very strong Pokemon, obviously. 660 base stat total. It's an Ice and Dragon type, which means it can hit anything pretty much, except for Steel types. But it does have Focus Blast. Very strong, 130 attack, 130 special attack, 125 HP, 90 defense, 90 special defense, and 95 speed. It is rather slow considering what the faster things is. I wouldn't say it's slow, but it's average speed, which means that it's I can deal with it, right? That's probably why it's not banned, right? Because it doesn't have the best coverage. It has a lot of coverage, but not the best. It's only set up as Dragon Dance, and if you count Substitute, obviously. I have ways to deal with it. He didn't have it the first time we fought, but he did have an Arcanine. Arcanine, very good Pokemon. It's got Intimidate, it's got Flash Fire, and Rivalry, and Justified. Justified is his last ability, not Rivalry. Pretty strong Pokemon. It can hit pretty hard. Last time we brought a Life Orb Arcanine, but it wasn't able to put in much work. Last time I brought a Choice Scarf Water Spout Jellicent, which did a lot of damage to his team. Not as scary for him this time, but he's gotta still worry about it because last time we put in so much work. He did not have this last time. He has Articuno, a Galarian Articuno. It's the Psychic Flying type. Honestly, I've never fought one before, but looking at it, it doesn't look that scary. Freezing Glare is his signature move. It is just Psychic, but instead of a 10% chance to drop my special defense, it has a 10% chance to freeze me, which is just so it's better than Psychic generally. And it does learn Hurricane and Calm Mind as well, so that's scary. But it is also only 95 base speed, so it is actually a below average speed. In my book, 100 is average speed, so below average speed. So I'm not too worried about it. Again, I have things that can come in on it, be faster, and hit it really hard, especially because its defense is 90 and its HP is 90 and its defense is 85. Not the strongest thing. It does have the competitive ability, but I have nothing with Intimidate. And I'm not going to be lowering his stats, generally. He had this last time, it's Grimmsnarl. Last time we brought a Bulk Up set with Drain Punch. It's the only two moves I saw because Endgame got rid of it pretty quickly because I started setting up first with the Curse. But it can be annoying. It's got Light Screen, it's got Reflect, it's got False Surrender, which will lower my special attack when he hits me with it, and it actually hits pretty hard, kind of. It's a fairly bulky Pokemon, but it also can be very offensive because its attack is 120. It's not too bulky. 95 defense, 95 HP, 65 defense. Sorry, 75 special defense. It just seems really bulky because it can learn bulk up and stuff. It's actually not that bulky when I'm looking at it. Next up, he didn't have this last time. Registeel. Coach Zarok and the Rampardos, they had Registeel when I fought them in week 2. Last time, Diancie really put a big work in it because I Diamond Storm got a defense boost, sharp defense boost, and then I body pressed and it did a lot of damage. It's not that intimidating. It can Seismic Toss me, it can Thunder Wave, it can Toxic, and it can Stealth Rock. It doesn't really do much damage. I don't even think it will have a Steel move unless he really wants to hit Diancie, but then he can't hit anything else really hard at all. Gastrodon is next. Gastrodon is the reason why I'm not bringing Choice Scarf Water Spout again. This time, he's probably going to expect it. He got rid of his Swampert and replaced it with Gastrodon because he needed water immunity, which I agree with that choice on his part. It's because Swampert doesn't have the immunity. It's just alright. But Gastrodon, offensively, not that big of a threat. It can be in a Sandstorm, but he doesn't have a Sandstorm setter. Gastrodon, it runs Toxic, it runs Scald, it obviously runs Recover. It's only weak to Grass, because it's Water and Ground. Water and Ground's a pretty good type. It's ×4 weak to Grass, though. A few of my guys have Grass moves, so I'm not too worried about it. Also, it can't fire off too many Scalds, because I do have a Jellicent waiting, if I do decide to bring it, right, so I can be immune to it. So I'm not too worried about Gastrodon. This is the only reason why I didn't bring Scarf Water Spout again. Probably not the only reason. I don't really want to bring the same thing twice against an opponent. Decidueye is next. I don't know if he had this last time. I know he didn't bring it, but Decidueye is next. Decidueye can slow me down with Spirit Shackle, or not slow me down, trap me in. When it uses its Ghost move and it traps whatever it hits in. I gotta be aware of that, so I can't just... Right? I gotta be aware of it. Other than that, its Grass type moves hit pretty hard. It's set up. I think it might get Swords Dance. Maybe get Swords Dance. I actually don't really know Decidueye that well. I'm not too worried about it though, because Decidueye, I mean, honestly, it's Grass and Ghost, and guess what? Miltank with Sap Sipper is immune to both of those. If I decide to bring that. Right, so it would have to run something else. So I don't even think he brings it, just simply because like both its stabs do nothing to Miltank, right? So it's really, which is very I like that. The Fairy he did bring last time. He did have it last time. Obviously, it was the only thing on his team that was able to take a Water Spout from Jellicent. And last time he ran Wish and Teleport. He probably had Knockoff. He didn't have any status on it last time. He might do that this time, but I'm not too worried about it because it is just like a fairy. In doubles, it is extremely scary because it can do stuff. I'm not going to get into that. But in singles, it's not that offensively threatening. Unlike Clefable. Clefable is very unthreatening. And the last on his team is Corvus Squire. This is the last week of the regular season. He has not brought Corvus Squire, so correct me if I'm wrong though, but I believe in the rules for this league, you have to bring each of your guys at least once to a game. That's why I brought Zweilous against him in week 3, so I didn't have to use Zweilous ever again. Not that I'm saying I won't, but it's not that great. It's very situational, it's very slow. But Corvus Squire has to come according to the rules. So Corvus Squire's coming. It's not that scary. Its stats are very low. Its abilities are not that good. Even with an Eviolite, it is not very bulky. Its best ability is Unnerve. It has Keen Eye, Unnerve, and Big Pecs. But it is not going to do much. But it is going to come. But it can actually run Power Trip and some setup moves to do some damage if it gets that opportunity. It probably won't. That's his team. My team is Gyarados, the Porygon 2. I brought this a lot of weeks now. It's got Eviolite, obviously. Max HP, max special defense with Analytic, Careful Nature. You probably can guess what set it is. Guess what? Yes. Last Resort, Recover, Curse, and Iron Tail. It's the destroyer of all evil. That's what it is. Okay. What does he do to stop it? He can run toxic. That's basically his only chance to stop it. Excuse me, if he has toxic. Registeel can stop me. Thunder Waving me can stop me too, but it does slow me down. The only thing is if I get fully paralyzed, that's the only problem. But if I'm paralyzed, I'm obviously not going to be poisoned. So I don't mind being paralyzed, right? Next we have Cracks. Jellicent. Assault Vest this time, which means no recover. This is the first time I'm bringing Assault Vest Jellicent. I'm going to try it out. Again, I should specify, these sets could be a little weird. And they're just things that I just kind of wanted to try out, but I'm still going to try to win. This is not me slacking off. This is me trying my best. I still prepped a lot. I just prepped in a different point of view, kind of, if that makes sense. Modest with max special attack, almost max HP, and I put a little bit of speed on there just in case he wants to try to barely outspeed me with something else. I won't let that happen easily. Water Absorb. I got Scald, Hex, Dazzling Gleam, and Energy Ball. Obviously, I have no way to status it directly. I can get a Scald Burn, but generally, that's not really going to happen. I can push Scald freely. Even if he switches to Gastrodon, I can just hit it with a huge Energy Ball. That's going to do so much damage to him, right? He should expect me to have Energy Ball on this set. I don't have any healing, but I do have Water Absorb just in case the Gastrodon wants to try to fire up a Scald. Next we have Zarks, the Stiff Ally. I brought a Steel Memory this time. I want to be able to hit that Kyurem extremely hard, hit the Articuno extremely hard. It's still neutral damage, but it will hit it really hard. With multi-attack. And Grimmsnarl pretty hard. I want to be able to hit those things extremely hard. I got max HP, 64 in attack and special attack. I got about 100 and... I think it's 128. 60, yeah, it's 128 in speed. Yeah, and multi-attack, Grass Pledge, Parting Shot, and Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave is for help Jellicent with the Hex, paralyzing things on his team. I can paralyze anything that's not a Gastrodon, but if Gastrodon comes in, go ahead and come in. I got Grass Pledge. Multi-attack hits a lot of stuff on his team. Obviously, Arcanine can come in on me too, but if I Thunder Wave it, I can Parting Shot it and be faster than it and switch to something else like Jellicent. Last time, at the beginning of the game, I took a huge Flare Blitz with Zarks, and it almost knocked me out because he was Life Orb, right? Almost knocked me out. It did give me initiative into Cracks, but I don't really want to take that huge damage with Zarks. I didn't do it on purpose, really, but it worked out in the match, but I don't want it to happen this time. So if I paralyze him, I'll be faster and I'll be able to Parting Shot. If I miss Thunder Wave, I'll just switch out Hard Switch. Mill. The Miltank. I got a Moringa Berry on there. I want to be able to take hits from the Kyurem and the Articuno. I want to be able to make sure I can handle those. I can also handle a special Arcanine. I have Scrappy for that Arcanine's Intimidate. That is and for Decidueye, so I can hit Decidueye with normal and fighting type moves. I have max HP, almost max speed. I have enough speed out there to outspeed everything on his team. And when I say everything, I mean everything. His fastest guy is base 95 speed, Miltank is base 100. And I have a little bit of attack there. I have the set that I kind of wanted to bring, something like this. Roll out a defense curl, power up punch, and milk drink. I wanted to bring roll out this whole damn season. She always had struggled with something. This time I'm going to bring it just because I have really nothing to lose if I do lose. Chances are there is no chance. I am guaranteed the 3rd spot in my division. I'm pretty sure I'm locked in there. I think if differential is counted first, because the Volcaronas are number 1 and that's guaranteed. Yeah, they're number 1 and that's guaranteed. The Litwicks are 9 and 3. I could also be 9 and 3, but their differential is plus 30. Mine will not be plus 30, even if I get a 6-0. And then there's that last spot that's fighting, right? So I'm pretty much guaranteed the third spot. I think I am. If I'm wrong, then someone correct me. But I think I am. Roll out, defense curl, power punch, milk drink. Against his team, his top three guys are Kiram, Arcanine, and Galarian Articuno. All three of those are weak to rock. Registeel does come in and completely walls me when I am spamming rollout. Power up punch though, I can start spamming that against Registeel. If he paralyzes me, that is annoying, but yeah, I don't really want to eat a paralysis. So I kind of want Registeel out of my face first. Paralysis is the worst status. I'd rather be poisoned. Because if I get paralyzed while I'm rollouting, it's all gone. It says power 30 right there. And milk drink is for healing. If you didn't know this, if you use defense curl before you use rollout or ice ball, the base power of that attack is doubled. So, and rollout goes 5 times. Defense curl, after a defense curl, the first rollout is actually 60 base power, not 30, and then it doubles each time up to 5 times. So 60 base power, 120 base power on the second attack, which is already an extremely hard-hitting rock type move, but it's obvious. You can see it coming because I have to use it. Then the third one is 240 base power, which against this team does a lot of damage. Even Gastrodon takes at least 30% from that, I'm pretty sure. Registeel, Gastrodon take 30% from that. It's not that much, but I'm planning on having both of those, or one of them gone, or one of them injured, before I start spamming this. And then after 240 base power, the fourth one is 480 base power, which is an extremely high base power move. It hits harder than an explosion, than a non-stab explosion, right? And then the last one is 960 base power, rock type move, at +1 attack. The fifth rollout completely, it one-shots everything on his team. Registeel comes in, if I'm at +1 attack, it does not matter how bulky it is, maybe. If it's max defense, maybe it can live it, but at +1 attack, and with the defense curl up, I am one-shotting everything on his team with a rollout. If I'm still alive after that play. Because I'm faster than everything on his team, if he switches something in, and when I push rollout, provided I don't miss, it is taking a huge chunk. Like a detrimental chunk. And then I get to roll out again because I will be faster outside of a choice scarf. Defense curl will give me +1 defense. Moringa berry will give me +1 special defense. So allow me to live hits while I'm rollouting. Milk drink is there. I couldn't fit Attract on here. I mean, I would have if I wanted to. I would easily replace Power Up Punch for Attract. However, a lot of his guys are genderless. Galarian Articuno is genderless. Registeel is genderless. Kyurem's genderless. It's actually very annoying with all these legendaries running around being genderless. Some of them are forced to be one gender or another, like Latios and Latias, for example. But generally, they are genderless. I didn't plan that. Diancie, with a Rocky Helmet. Rocky Helmet Diancie. I can lead Diancie, which is my plan. They likely lead Registeel because they want to get some Stealth Rocks up. If they use Seismic Toss, Rocky Helmet damage, they take Rocky Helmet damage. I have max HP, almost max special defense, with a little bit of speed on there. Speed, I want to be able to outspeed that Registeel because we're the same base speed. So I think I have about 32 or 28 EVs there, something like that. Clear body, it can't be... Excuse me, can't have my stats lowered, so Arcanine cannot intimidate me. Minus special attack, increased special defense, is careful nature. Look at that gigantic special defense at 431. That is... wow. Diamond Storm, Stealth Rock, Encore, and Body Press. In week 2 versus the Rampardos, they led Registeel. We both got rocks up, and then I used Diamond Storm next turn. Last time, because I didn't have Encore. This time, if we both get rocks up, and I'm faster, because I'll be able to find out after we both get rocks up, I can Encore him into Stealth Rocks, and he won't be able to Seismic Toss me, and then I'm free to use Diamond Storm against everything else on his team. If I use Diamond Storm and if I'm firing off a Diamond Storm, he'll have no choice but to switch into Gastrodon, which I'm okay with, because if I get a defense boost on Gastrodon, I can fire off a Body Press at +2, and which will actually really hurt the Gastrodon, right? It won't do the most damage in the world, but it'll hurt pretty bad. I don't actually have Heal Bell, so I might actually switch now that I'm thinking about it. Unless I'm really feeling confident. But I don't think I will. I didn't bring Heal Bell. And then I had Gash. I brought Kartana this time. I've been sleeping on Kartana a little bit. I'm gonna give him a second chance or another chance here. I got Life Orb, max attack, and 319 speed. Not the EVs, but the number there, which means I outspeed everything on his team. And then the rest in HP, which is 144, which actually lets me tank some physical hits. Not a Flare Blitz, but I can tank some hits. Like physical hits, like for example, I don't know. I can take some hits. I can take some physical hits. Leaf Blade, Swords Dance, Sacred Sword, and Knockoff. At +1 attack with a Life Orb, I'm doing a lot of damage to Arcanine. Like a minimum of 60%, I would say. Maybe a minimum of 70%, depending on like the spread. It depends. It obviously will intimidate me, but if it's injured in the slightest, like from Stealth Rocks, which it probably will have the heavy duty boots, it will have the boots. But yeah, he didn't bring the Life Orb last time. He brought the heavy duty boots. Don't pay no attention to me. He brought the heavy duty. I don't remember what he brought last time. He either brought the Life Orb or heavy duty boots. But Knockoff, if he has an item, does a lot of damage to it. If it doesn't knock it out, obviously I'm dead to a Flare Blitz, but he'll probably take himself out after the damage. So it's an okay trade getting rid of Arcanine for Kartana, but I'd rather not do that. But that's going to be my team. I'm going to try to bring in Mil early because I don't want to win. This might sound disrespectful, but I don't want to win before she comes in for destruction. She can come in on a lot of things. And I just need to weaken Registeel enough to be able to handle it. But that is going to be my team, so I'm going to get connected with him here shortly. But I'm gonna get ready for the battle here. I'm ready for the battle. I'm gonna get connected and stuff and throw down against the Morpekos. Scoots. Don't know why I'm saying it like that. Anyway, yes, I'll see you for the battle. Okay. Smell you later.